I don't do my menu every day, how will that affect my results?
You're doomed. No, I'm kidding.
It's never going to get better. No.
You're broken. I don't know what to tell. No. I'm just saying these out loud because sometimes we are like extremists. Like if I don't get to it, you know what I mean? Okay. I love this question because I feel like it's beautiful in the sense that we all strive for perfection, but we're all human. And like approaching Egoscue, just like I think most activities or just life in general, like the more kindness you can have towards yourself. And it's not even what you're doing, it's the intention behind what you're doing. If you're missing it because like there's some other life event going on that's obviously requires you to be there, then that's like totally understandable. If it's like, if you're missing it because like you're avoiding doing it because you're procrastinating because you don't find it is important, that's different, you know? So it's like your life is a combination of the things that you prioritize, that you make time for. So if your health isn't important, insanity's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting something new, you know, like Egoscue works because you put the time in.
Yeah.
And so if you miss time, like don't beat yourself up about it, but like look at the reasons why you're missing that or why you're not showing up for yourself, because oftentimes it's the ones that are like, some people show up so much for other people that they don't even put in that time and then they end up in pain. And those are the ones that like have a hard time making time for themselves.
Yep.
And it's like, those are the ones where it's like, how can you be there for other people if you can't show up for yourself?
That is very, very true. And that is a good facet to this question because it's funny. I was going to be very cut and dry and I'm like, you want to do it more days than you're not doing it. But no, and that's absolutely true because usually the people who stay, I don't want to say stay in pain, but maybe have a harder time reaching their progress goals.
Yeah.
It's because other things have come before this and the time toward the menu has not been prioritized. Now, you don't need to do this 7 days a week to notice results. But if you want to not just notice results, but then sustain those results and keep moving forward, we are a culmination of what we do daily, not what we do occasionally. So if you're doing it 4 and 5 days a week, it's better. Like, again, the majority of the week is setting you up much better than if you're doing it the minority of the week.
Yeah.
And because this is also, the menu serves as a way to remind your body of a more balanced position or a more neutral position. The more you can show your body where that is and how to operate from that place, the better you're going to feel.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like how many days a week do you skip brushing your teeth, you know? Like,
right. I know. I would love it if I ate super well one day and then lost 5 pounds forever. You have to steadily do this. And the thing is too, is a lot of times we say that pain was like all of a sudden, it'll be like, I was doing fine.
I sneezed.
One day I sneezed. The client an hour ago, the one I've referred to several times, he sneezed and his back went into spasm. I'm sure he has sneezed many other times in his life. So it actually is that sneaky, just like how weight kind of sneaks up on you, you think, but it's a compound effect of these habits over time that can kind of go ignored until we're at a point of pain, right? Totally. So doing the menu more often than not is going to offset all these times that you've unconsciously trained a dysfunctional position.
Yeah. I think what goes into that too is like, you need to be 120% honest with yourself. Like with what you're putting in, with what you're getting out. Like if you look at the patterns, if you look at the trends of your own like actions, it'll tell you the answer and it'll also lead you to the answer, If I'm consciously doing my menu every day and I'm putting in the time, there's no reason as to why it should fail me.
Yeah. And the accountability is key because the beautiful and the challenging thing about accountability is if it all goes wrong, you can look to yourself. But when it all goes
Totally.
well, you can look to yourself. And when it all goes wrong and you can look to yourself, that means you are empowered to fix it. So
Yeah.
that said, though, we're all here like as a teammate for you. So if you also are like meeting resistance doing your menu because you're like, for example, I really hate starting my menu lying on my stomach. I've had a couple of clients be like, I just don't like starting with this exercise. And then I meet resistance about it and I put it off. There's a workaround. There's a way where we can like adjust the order, shift the exercise to get a similar outcome. You know, so like Chrissy said, be honest with yourself, and we are here to help facilitate your success. It's not like it's one way or no way, you know?
Yeah, exactly.